Hello and welcome to another edition of Resources for Life TV at resourcesforlife.com. My name is Greg Johnson, and today we're going to be looking at the Toyota Corolla 2009. It's a four-door, kind of average price range, not at the high end necessarily. But despite the economy on price, there is luxury as far as features and performance is pretty impressive. Now, I want to thank the people at Enterprise Rental Car. Folks ask me, they say, Greg, how can you be driving around brand new cars all the time? And, when do you find the time to take care of those cars? And where do you park them all? Because people see me driving all these brand new cars. Well, the fact is, they're parked over here, right? There's a whole fleet of cars, trucks, small efficient cars for the around the town kind of stuff. I have access to thousands of cars, and then a whole staff over there at the office to take care of them. And what does it cost me? Like $10 a day if I get the weekend special, I can't afford not to rent cars. The fact is, if you ask AAA, ask State Farm Insurance, ask the IRS, ask anybody, what does it cost to operate a vehicle? You're going to get a variety of answers, 40 cents a mile, 50 cents a mile, but that's basically what it costs you and me to operate a vehicle. And the reason for that is we're just, one person, right? You go to the mechanic or you go to the car dealership or wherever you go to get gas, whatever you're doing, you're paying top retail dollar for everything. I learned this a long time ago when I was interested in the possibility of building computers. When you're buying components for a computer one at a time, instead of like thousands at a time, which is what Dell does, you're going to pay top retail dollar for each component. And then you've got your labor on top of that. It's just not cost effective. It's cheaper just to go to Dell or whoever you go to, Apple, buy a computer, Well, the same thing's true with cars. I can get a car from Enterprise, drive to Chicago and back, and I think it costs me like maybe 20 cents a mile or something. It's like half price. I don't have to worry about, I've got like unlimited year-round valet parking because, they come and pick you up to rent the vehicles. I don't know. The list goes on and on and on. So anyway, that's how I'm able to drive all these brand new cars around. And what I do is, if I need a big truck because I'm moving some stuff or helping somebody move or whatever, no problem. I just, go to Enterprise and I ask for the big truck. If I'm going to be taking kind of a long road trip, I might want a car that's not going to rattle around like a tin can, and these vehicles like this Corolla, they are, I'd say, mid-size, They give you some pretty good fuel efficiency, but at the same time, it's kind of quiet here in the cabin. I've got some climate control if I want it, and it's a comfortable car to make a long road trip. So you're balancing comfort and luxury with efficiency. It's rare that I would get one of the larger vehicles for a long road trip just because it uses up so much gasoline. For the around the town kind of errands, you can really benefit by getting one of these smaller vehicles. They're really nimble and they don't weigh much, right? Because they're really tiny, and you're not putting on 500 miles, so it's not like you're going to get rattled around too much. You're just getting from point A to point B, getting some groceries or whatever. So the small cars are really good for that. And every vehicle, I heard this statistic, every rental car that's on the road takes about 15 to 20 other cars off the road. And I'm a perfect example of that. I don't own a car. I don't need to because I'm sharing this car with, who knows, like 100,000 other people that have used this car. So anyway, that's my little sales pitch for Enterprise Rent-A-Car and similar businesses that are in this market of renting vehicles. So anyway, Toyota Corolla 2009. It's this car has 31,000 miles on it. It's pretty amazing. Let me just show you here if I can get in close. There you can see that 31,978 now miles on the odometer, and yet it's like brand new. That's really a testimony to two things. Number one, these people at Enterprise are like obsessed with excellence. They're like constantly maintaining these vehicles, not just the basic engine maintenance, but everything else. Keeping everything working and detailed out. So that's number one. But number two, when you've got a car like this, the Toyota Corolla 2009, that's got over 30 1,000 miles on it, and it's in this kind of shape, that tells you something about how well a car can hold up to, as I said, hundreds or maybe thousands of different drivers who don't have the motivation of ownership, right? It's not like their car, so they're not going to take quite as good care of it. That's true with rental properties. I think it's true probably for rental cars. People aren't going to take care of it as good. And yet, it's held up really good. I don't know if you can, see the interior here, but just all of these interior surfaces have been designed in a way to really hold up to regular use. And I think that's why a lot of fleets like Enterprise, go with these Toyotas, is that they just are not going to be as costly to maintain. Anyway, I guess, there's not really too much in here to point out that's beyond what you'd normally expect in a mid-size, relatively, economy class type of vehicle. But I would just say, judging from this Corolla, that if you're in the market for, kind of this mid-sized vehicle, you want to balance luxury and performance with economy, fuel efficiency, I'd say definitely, jump into a Corolla, take it for a test drive, see how it feels, and it might be what you're looking for. So I think it would definitely be on your top 10 or top 5 list of cars to just check out, whether it's used or new. Speaking of used, Enterprise sells these cars, and actually right at about this number of miles, 30 to 40,000 miles they sell them, and you can usually get a pretty good price on it. And unlike the sort of unknown quantity used cars out there, and what I mean by unknown quantity is like you don't know who's owned this, these cars, and you don't know what kind of care they've taken of them. With a rental car, you've got kind of this guarantee. Well, there's a literal guarantee. They sell you the car with a guarantee. But you've got another sort of guarantee, which is if it's a car that was maintained by Enterprise, that these people are like obsessed with not just after the fact maintenance, but like preventative maintenance. I mean, they want to keep their costs down, so they're going to keep that oil change. They're going to keep everything like running top notch, because they don't want to run into a lot of extra expenses maintaining their fleet. So when you buy a used car from Enterprise, if you are able to consider that option, you're getting a vehicle that's been really cared for. I'm just going to jump out, do the quick walk around so you can see what the car looks like on the outside just real quick here. Nice drink holders here in the door. Thought I'd point that out. And basic controls here for the, the trunk and the gas. This is an interesting option too. The push button here, you can adjust the cup size for the holders there. Plenty of room. I found this really comfortable. I'm 6 feet tall, so I think it's a car that will be comfortable for most drivers. Here's the trunk area, and there's some nice little storage compartments here on the right, and then plenty of room under here. I don't know if you can see that, but back seats of course do fold down. What I'm finding in a lot of these reviews is that a lot of the cars, kind of like if you're out buying computers, you'll find the computers in a certain price range basically have the same features, So the cars in this kind of mid-range economy kind of car, they have basically the same features, but again, I just want to point out how nice this thing, look at that. This thing just really shines. So anyway, that's it. The Toyota Corolla 2009, 30,000 miles. It's in great shape. So probably one of these cars would hold up pretty well for you. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Have a good day.